you sick of people asking you how you are?
No. I mean, well, there's a real honest answer that comes behind it, right? Whether they're asking or not, you get a real honest answer. Mm-hmm. I just have this realist, honest way to kind of live. So I'm not sick in the long way to answer this. Yeah, I'm not really sick of people asking how I am, because I just really do tell them. And if they do care about, if it's about the recovery, or if it's about just sort of my health or even mental health, mm-hmm. I don't care how they intend it. Mm-hmm. I just sort of explain kind of how I am in a really truthful, honest way. It's quite beautiful.
Have you always been like that?
I've always been pretty direct, but I don't think I'd be as open and revealing. I'm much more open and revealing because of having to focus on myself so much.
Why do you think that is? No time to obfuscate or sort of play the social moray game?
Yeah, I was never good at that, man. I'm in a crowd of people, I'll get anxiety, and, I'd have to medicate with alcohol or something to sort of calm the nerves of being around so many people. Mm-hmm. People are kind of terrible to each other in large crowds.
Yep.
The more people in a room, the respect level for humanity kind of diminishes.
Yeah, the more humans they are, the less humane they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just refuse to be in that environment because I think it's disgusting. That behavior, I'm very affected by it and very sensitive to it. Mm. So I just choose not to be in those environments.
It sounds like you've got, a little bit of a nervous disposition. I think I would say that's my kind of background too. Thinking, sometimes overthinking, looking for potential errors and issues, and maybe being a little bit sensitive to the energy of what's going on around you.
Definitely very sensitive. I've always been an observer, mm-hmm. and quite insular in kind of my thoughts and things. I'm not a talker of small things. I can't really have any quite small, trivial talk. Mm. I certainly can have a good time until jokes and but most of the conversations I have are quite in-depth. They're quite thoughtful, mm-hmm. Or spiritual, or psychological, emotionally driven, connective sort of tissue, not just sort of let's just talk about the Starbucks order. I mean, mm-hmm. I just don't belong in that conversation. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But that's just me, mm-hmm. right? So I just, when I know those things about myself, I just try to put myself not in those situations, so I don't set myself up to fail.
Is there a challenge with wanting that level of openness, that level of emotional connection, vulnerability, but also having an additional level of scrutiny? Lots and lots of attention, press, people caring, so on. These kind of two things that are a little bit at odds there.
Yeah, but not now. No, it used to be, because the platform was to be a famous person talking about a movie or some work you did. This is not that, right? I'm here today to talk about health and wellness and overcoming obstacles, and it's nothing more human than.
So it feels much more personal.
Yeah. It's more, I think, exciting, because I think there are willing ears. I don't have to force, hey, I'm here to tell you about this Avenger movie, and here there was
a lot of willing ears for the Avenger movie.
Yeah, there was a lot of willing ears, but I couldn't really talk about anything. And then you're kind of not just selling something, but you're kind of selling something.
Yep.
This I'm not, man. I really am not, and I still am not sure how and why there is interest in something, and me dying, coming back, perhaps. I don't really know what's interesting. I can tell you why it's interesting to me. When you know why it's interesting to me is that I'm not fucking dead. That's why it's really cool, man. Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know for anybody else. Yep. They're still alive. They're all doing great. For me, I'm happy just to kind of keep moving through my days and getting better. And that's really exciting to me. That makes me feel quite alive.
Has this been a break glass moment that's allowed you to sort of really step outside of yourself and not feel so constrained by just being the movie person?
Yeah. I mean, it's been that way for a minute, but now there's sort of a sort of byproduct of this change, this shift from, being famous for XYZ, whatever it is for people, and then now it kind of wipes away, at least temporarily, that it's more about the man that I am, but I've overcome some obstacles, and not that I have a fake bow and arrow in a movie. It's something much more real and something really quite tender and beautiful. I get these amazing exchanges on the street. It's now like, well, glad you're here. you fought through something really amazing, or whatever. That's like really thoughtful, amazing, almost like sort of fortune cookie lines of like just beautiful sentiments that are connective and not like I deserve a selfie. It's really flipped on its head. It's quite beautiful. It's
you, not the character.
yeah, and that's what makes this kind of exchange so great. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about or have anything really to say, except I can have a conversation about real things. And if you have certain things, you write down, like, I think this is interesting, or let's talk about this. And I can do that because all I have to do is be me. And that's the coolest thing to be. But I don't typically get to do that because I'm out, like you're saying. Is it some other sort of kind of like when your life's planned out every 10 minutes and, you get a bathroom break, and I can be me and go to the bathroom.
Your bathroom breaks are scheduled.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Sometimes they're not.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Just hold it in.
Especially like on press tours and things like that. Yeah. It's pretty crazy, but do the things you love, man. That's it. Just do the things I love and don't worry about it. But the amount of gifts that came from such a thing, I think, are, I guess to me, I mean, it's all my life is, and what we're filled with gratitude and love and truth and pure joy. Like, it's just really clear, like all the white noise is gone. And for someone to have that in their life, do you have to die to do it? No. It's part of the reason why I wrote the book. There's a lot of things I did learn, and maybe other people can. There's a lot of people that struggle. I got some life hacks to help you with struggle and pain and pain management.
It's strange thinking about these people that come up to you and they see you. They see something that's really true to you. And I don't know, I wonder how many other people, even if it's not as performative as being an actor, have this sense of having to show up as someone. And when someone comes up and says, well done, there's a degree of hollowness to the praise, because this is me, but it's me as a performer. It's not me, right?
Right.
I'm aware that this is an artistic outlet for you. It's a calling that you have in life. Somebody's a musician. Somebody's a presentation, a coach that goes into businesses. Somebody's a PT, or whatever. I really loved what you did with my wife's transformation for her wedding, or whatever. Thank you so much. It's like, yeah, but like, what about me?
Yeah.
There's a
Well,
me
there's that. You just have to. Yeah. Look, there's great things that come with being famous, and it allows a lot of freedom and a lot of more choices. For hopefully doing something you love to do. Hopefully you're not famous for like being a serial killer or something, right? But being, in the world, if you're a famous football player, whatever the heck it is, you just have to sort of, that's going to be a feeling. You're not going to be seen and witnessed. But how they see you, like, I'm glad I'm seen as at least they're picking out the right roles. Oh, I love you in this, I love you in the Hurt Locker, I love you in the Town, I love you in they're not picking out something from, back in 94 or something.
Yep.
They're picking out the right ones. I'm like, good, I'm glad you like me for those ones. I'm happy about those movies too. And yeah, I don't take emptiness with it. Like, I look at it from like, you have to sort of filter through, this is what they know you as.